Just gonna take my time, strengthen it, and just see where it takes me the next few weeks.
You've been on the ice with guys. I think you've sort of stepped away from contact type stuff. Torts was saying yesterday that you're probably not going to play the early exhibition game. Will you avoid contact drills early in training camp as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna avoid contact until they clear me and tell me I can start doing stuff like that. Like I said, we're gonna reevaluate it every week, and hopefully sooner rather than later I can start hopping back out there and doing some contact.
Let's go back to the injury. Was there a specific hit? Something happens?
Yeah, I don't remember the play really. It was such a small play. My arm just kind of got pulled back, and I felt it happen, and I didn't really know what was going on. It just kind of was a little painful, and after the game I told them my symptoms, and they kind of had an idea of what it was. And then I got an MRI, and the MRI didn't show anything. So I kept playing, and then it didn't show anything again the second time I did it. But based on my symptoms, they've seen stuff like that before. At that point, it was like, if you're going to get surgery, you're going to miss the rest of the year, and kind of talked about it and just figured it was best that I finished the year and just tried my best and got it in the off season.
Why was it best to play through it?
I just think I could help the team, and you know, obviously there were some nights I could and some nights I couldn't. And you know, I thought, and management and coaching staff and trainers, we all thought I was good enough to play and healthy enough to play that I wouldn't hurt it anymore, and I didn't. It was just one of those injuries where if I'm going to miss the rest of the season and then such a long off season, it's kind of have to just pick and choose when you're going to do it. And I'm happy I did it in the off season, and I'm ready to go pretty much for the start of camp or close to it.
How did it impact you as the season went on? Obviously, you still put up some good numbers, but I guess you're pretty limited in some ways.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's always in the back of your mind, going back for pucks or trying to make a pass, knowing a guy's coming to hit you, trying to protect yourself, stuff like that. And I just didn't feel like myself out there. I thought I could have had a better year defensively, offensively. I could have done more to help the team, and it's going to be nice to get back to 100% this year and do that.
Torts was saying he wasn't entirely clear how much you were hurting. How hard is it to not, like, just say, you know, I'm not really there, guys, I'm not. I know you don't want the opponents to know necessarily because they didn't get targeted, but to defend yourself by saying how bad you're hurt.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, it's kind of the first year I went through something like that, and I had a lot of conversations with Torts last year, and you know, obviously he wants what's best for me as a player and tries to get the best out of me, and you know, I love that, but it's kind of hard when you're that limited and you don't want to say anything, or you don't want to say the wrong thing, and you know, you don't want to take you out of the lineup or stuff like that. So it's kind of pick and choosing your moments and what you say and kind of how you say it, and it was definitely difficult. I think our communication kind of was there for sure, but it's definitely harder when you're dealing with an injury on how you communicate with him. But he was awesome during the whole thing, and he really just talked to me about it and kind of worked through it with me. He told me if I ever needed to practice off, just to let him know he understands, and just to be open with him. And towards the end of the year, throughout the year, I think I was more open with him, and it definitely helped. But like I said, I'm excited to be 100% and get that communication back with him, and hopefully work to having a better season.